Hey YouTube, this is Iron Man Fanboy coming back for another review out of the Big Four of Thrash. And first, I reviewed Show No Mercy, which was a pretty good album that had a lot of new wave of British heavy metal influences, and it stacked up pretty good. Um, a couple songs I didn't like. Fight Till Death was one of them. Evil Has No Boundaries. I've grown to like it actually. Listen to this album for this week, and I've grown to like it. So it's a good album, and so definitely listen if you want to hear a fresher side of Slayer. Kill 'Em All. Um, it's Kill 'Em All. I mean, you can't describe it. It's one of those albums that are iconic and stand up really well even to this day. Um, Half of it was Mustaine, half of it was Metallica, but it's under Metallica's name. So Kill 'Em All's good album. It's definitely a pickup. And if you want to relive the golden age of Metallica and Cliff Burton, may he rest in peace. Then it was um, Anthrax, Fistful of Metal, which was a great album. It wasn't an Anthrax album. It was just a good album by. It could have been done by any other band, but just because it said Anthrax and it didn't sound like Anthrax because they need Frankie Bello and Joey Belladonna to sound like Anthrax. I didn't really dig it, so it had some good albums, some good songs. Mouth Thrashing Mad is probably the most iconic song of the album, but nothing really well to stack it up. And so yeah. Now this time I'm gonna be doing Megadeth's "Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good." Uh, this album was released in June 1985, and before it, everybody knows Mustaine got fired from Metallica, so he vowed to get revenge, and he formed Megadeth, which the first lineup included Mustaine doing all the guitar work, Olafson doing bass, and Lee Roust doing the drum work. Then they hired Kerry King, and Kerry King is a rhythm guitar player. So he did some live shows and then went back to Slayer. Then they fired Lee and they got Gar, and then I think he recommended Chris Poland to be their other guitar player, which Chris Poland's amazing, and Gar is a great drummer. May he rest in peace. So Killing Is My Business got released in June '85, and they were given $8,000, but it doesn't sound that good because mostly they blew it off on beer, and I think you can hear it. It's not the best sounding album. I think it's like the worst sounding out of the Big Four, but I mean, the music makes up good for it. The music makes up for it. It's a tremendously good album. Every song here is thrashy, so let's get to it. Uh, Last Ride's Love to Death. It's really angry. You could hear Angry's Mustaine was at Metallica in this song. It starts with a Beethoven piece, and then it just gets really angry, and it has one of those Mustaine famous single note riffage, complicated riffage. And another thing that Chris Poland and Gar Samuelson brought, because they were into fusion jazz, they brought their fusion jazz thing to Megadeth, and Megadeth kind of sounded like a jazz thrash band, having a lot of progressive styles in their sound. And Killing Is My Business, you see that, but you see more of it, more progressiveness to it in Peace Sells, But Who's Mine, which is an amazing album. But yeah, so Last Ride's Love to Death, great song, just amazing solo and everything. Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good. It's the title track of this album, and it's a really good one. It's one of the best metal songs in my opinion. And again, Mustaine's famous single note riffage that he does. Great solo by Chris Poland. Again, angriness of Mustaine of getting fired from Metallica. So yeah. Skull Beneath the Skin. It's the song you're hearing now. It's a great song. If you're a Megadeth fan and you care about the history, you should know this song by now because it's about a famous Megadeth icon, a metal icon, which is Vic Rattlehead. It's how he got formed, how um, Big Rattlehead was formed and became to be Big Rattlehead. So he's well explained in this song. So if you want to know about Big Rattlehead, you should listen to this song. And it doesn't hurt that the song is kick-ass with Chris Poland's solos being amazing. These Boots is the cover, and I think the original artist was Lee Hazelwood. But it's a really good song, and I think they went to legal troubles because Mustaine changed the lyrics and um, um, and some other stuff, and then Lee Hazelwood didn't like it, so he had to change it, and so. He had to change it. He had to change the song in the remastered version, and that's why I think people didn't like this song at first, the remastered version, because they thought it was a comedic because it's bleeped out, some words are changed, I think so, but I have the original, so I love it, and if you get a chance to hear the original over the remastered, you should. Rattlehead is the mosh pitting song. Rattlehead is one of those amazing songs that work great for mosh pitting. It's just about being on the crowd, just fighting in the middle, being on the mosh. Chosen Ones is a great solo. It's a great song with great single note riffage and a cool bass solo in the middle, and Chris Poland just rips it off. Chris Poland does so much in this album, even though he had better solos than his solos here are amazing. So Chosen Ones is another example of why he's one of the best guitar players in my opinion. Looking Down the Cross starts really slow, but then it gets really kind of fast. So it's another great song. Really catchy. Mustaine, still a lot of anger. You hear that, I think all the way to Rest in Peace, that he has a lot of anger in Metallica and just live. And you hear that a lot in this song. So this song is a 5 out of 5. And Mechanic's is the only song that Mustaine kept from the Metallica days. It's a kick-ass song. It's better than Metallica's Four Horsemen because it's faster, it's shorter. Metallica's Four Horsemen runs at 7 minutes. This one's 4:25. Killer solo by Chris Poland. Chris Poland just destroys Kirk Hammett in comparison of solos. In the solos for Mechanics and the Four Horsemen. So that's a really good track. So Killing Is My Business and Business Is Good, for me, is the best debut album out of the big four of thrash metal. Followed by Kill 'Em All. Killing Is My Business is first. Kill 'Em All. Show No Mercy by Slayer. And then Fistful of Metal by Anthrax. Another backlash people, or a thing I like to say is that I don't know why people didn't like the original cover art of this album. I love the original cover art of this album. It's very mysterious, even though it looks bad. It looks like kind of like a clown. I don't know. I just love it. I'm not a big fan of the remastered version of the picture of Vic Rattlehead in the remastered version, but if people like it, I guess. But I like the original, and if you get a chance to get the original copy, just get it. The remastered version only has demos, which are okay, I guess, if you're into into Megadeth. But just get the original. It's so much better. And Killing Is My Business is the best debut by out of the big four of thrash metal.